Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in the words of the CHOFETZ, speaking about people that say negative things about another Jew, specifically about pointing out what they feel the milas, the positive attributes of that person is missing. Says the CHOFETZ, let's explain what we've been speaking about. The hainu, that is, im omar alav sheinu chacham. Let's say that Reuven says about Shimon that he's not a chacham, he's not such a wise, intelligent person. There's really nothing worse. There's no greater deficiency you could point out than this. Because if this fellow, Shimon, is not yet married, if you reveal this reality that he's not so smart to other people and it becomes public knowledge, no one's going to want to marry him. Every girl wants to have an intelligent, a bright, a wise young man as a chassan to get married to. Every prospective father-in-law is looking for someone with a good head on his shoulders. And now you're Shimon, he's not so smart. He's not so bright. That's the words that you hear. No one's going to be wanting to make a shidduch with him. Let's say he works. He has a job. Doesn't matter, whatever his job is, whether he has some kind of work, some kind of trade that he does, or he's a mechanech, he teaches. You find that nobody really wants to connect with him anymore in his business endeavors, because they hear he's not so intelligent, he's not so bright. Why would I do business with him? Says the CHOFETZ, especially if this person that you're talking about, that you're now claiming is not such an intelligent person, is a Rav, and a Mara Hara, he actually gives out halachic rulings, and Reuven tells people, this rabbi over here, not too bright, what can I tell you? Besides the fact that he's certainly speaking Lashon Hara, if the listeners will accept and they'll believe what is being said, and they'll start revealing and publicizing to the city that our rabbi is not such a bright guy, he's not so smart, he doesn't know so much. Eventually it's going to come to cause the rabbi financial loss. Nobody's going to want to come to him for his halachic rulings, or if he wants to help them arbitrate the case. So no one's going to come, and he won't have any business. The gam, and even worse, I think, says the CHOFETZ, you can make things even worse. By Reuven putting down the rabbi's reputation in front of the people of the city, and now they think that the Rav is not such a bright fellow. At the end, he could end up being removed from his position as the Rav of the city. How? And therefore the blood of the rabbi and the blood of his children, this Rav is going to lose his job. They're not going to have any money. He's going to be wandering around from town to town. He's going to be starving. His kids will be starving. They won't have shoes on their feet. It's going to be a miserable what's going to happen to him. All because of what this one person said. Yared imay l'chayim mamish. Reuven has caused that the life of the rabbi has become miserable. He ruined his parnas, his livelihood, ruined his family and his life. And that's all because of one comment that you said. He said, the rabbi is not so smart. I heard his drushes. I heard his shir. I heard that way that he gives psak halacha. Listen, there's people better than him. Now you're going to cause that the people in his shul are going to look down on him, or the people in the town are going to look down on him. At the end of the day, they're going to end up taking away his position and his job. Says the CHOFETZ, you have to know even more that Reuven is diminishing the honor of Torah and those that learn it. He's called someone who's the mevazi, he disgraces Talmidei Chachamim, Torah scholars. Shamru Razal, Chazal teach us in the Gemara, she'ein lo yirefu l'makosei. Somebody who embarrasses and shames Torah scholars, there's no cure for his sickness, for his makkah, for his wound that he has. He's in bad shape. And through this, Torah itself is going to be weakened as a result. Because after that, let's say now the rabbi gets up before Pesach and he gives his famous Shabbos Hagadol Drasha, and he starts speaking about how we have to be careful with certain inyanim, certain ideas about kashrus in Pesach, and people say, this rabbi, what does he know? He's not so smart, he's not so bright, he's probably crying about something he saw in an English publication that was put out before Pesach this year. No, we're not going to listen to him. Lo yachus klal idvarav. People will not listen to the words of the Rav at all. Since he has already been revealed and publicized as a person that is not so bright and not so smart, people have decided now they're not going to listen to the rabbi anymore. And that's a big problem, and that is because you spoke one little word of Lashon Hara. You said, it's not so good, his Josh is not so good. The Shir, you heard the way he gives over Gemara Shir? Doesn't even know what he's talking about. Says the CHOFETZ Chaim, big problems, and you're causing big upheavals in this world and in Shemayim, and the blood of the Rav and the blood of his children, Chas v'Chalila, could end up being on your hands because of the destruction that you caused to their life. Have a wonderful day.